Good afternoon, Dean Philip Hong. Welcome to GAT Conversation. Prior to joining UGA School of Social Work, Dean Hong was a professor and associate dean for the research at the Loyola University Chicago School of Social Work, where he also directs the Center for Research on Self-Sufficiency. He also served as the director of the doctoral program at Loyola School of Social Work. Dean Hong earned his Master's of Social Work degree and PhD in Social Work from Washington University in St. Louis, and holds a Master's degree and a PhD in Political Science from the University of Missouri, St. Louis. He earned his bachelor's degree in social welfare from Yonsei University in South Korea. Dean Hong was appointed Dean of School of Social Work at UGA, effective July 1st, 2022. Dean Hong, please share with our audience a little about your background and your areas of expertise.
Yes, thank you so much for this invitation and the opportunity to get to know the community, especially the AAPI community here in Georgia. And thanks for the warm welcome, Mr. Wong. It's a great honor to be here, and my journey in social welfare and working in human rights and social justice issues has carried me and pushed me to be here now through multiple stops. Some of them were places where I was doing degree programs, but I was working for the United Nations in Bangkok, Thailand, and also in Switzerland and Geneva, where I was doing research on poverty and social development around the world. Particularly of interest for me in the United States is connecting to the community. My research has been community-based and community-embedded to learn about the lived experiences of hardships and difficulties, but also the resilience of our communities, especially our immigrant communities and the AAPI led initiatives and the examples that we have shown in the United States as to how we have overcome those challenges, the barriers and the obstacles. Those are called hardships, but a lot of resilience. We bring culture and our sense of urgency and especially our priorities to make sure that we are in good place for our children in the next generation of our families and our communities. So I try to learn about those key aspects of how we come together as a community to support one another, to sacrifice for our next generation, but also thrive with those key qualities. And that's my research area, that's my area of expertise. And as Dean, I'm not doing a lot of research directly, but one of the things that I have recently done at Loyola Chicago through the Center for Research and Self-Sufficiency was to learn about the workforce development area. What are the qualities of workers that are coming back from long-term unemployment, being incarcerated, or being homeless, having gone through substance use and a high stress. Many of those issues that plague and that challenge our communities now are things that are rampant in our society. And so how do you bring all those lived experiences and resilience into the workplace as you're now trying to come back and be a role model for the next generation? It's kind of the area that I've been doing my research in, and I like to bring all of those qualities and my connections and my approach to serve the AAPI community and the state of Georgia at large. So that's kind of what I'm excited about, being here and leading our school of many faculty and staff and students at the University of Georgia in the School of Social Work.
That's great. Dean, can you share briefly what is the mission and the goal of the UGA School of Social Work?
Mm-hmm. Well, the mission, as it might read, I'm just going to read the mission so that I will be correct about it. The School of Social Work at the University of Georgia prepares culturally responsive practitioners and scholars to be leaders in addressing social problems and promoting social justice locally and globally through teaching, research, and service. And that is the main mission of our program. We train and educate and support students who aspire to be social workers. Social work is a profession, it's a helping profession that is the fastest growing area in the Department of Bureau of Labor Statistics, and we will be continuing to grow. And this is an area of service to the community by becoming leaders in human services, mental health, behavioral health, and preventing challenges that might kind of come to our attention in our community. So it's an area that can be in support. It's like the business school for business. This is like the business school or professional school for helping and leading our community initiatives. And that's kind of the area of social work, and that's what we're committed to do to train the next leaders of our communities in the future.
Interesting. The UGA School of Social Work offer diverse degrees in social work at the undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral level, as well as a graduate degree in nonprofit management and leadership. Can you provide a brief insights to the different programs that are being offered?
Yes, and we are very proud to be one of the first programs in all the bachelor level social work, master's level social work, and PhD offered in the social work area. And also, since 1999, we've been providing the Master of Nonprofit Management and Leadership. So we're about 60 years old in offering our Masters of Nonprofit, Masters of Social Work program. We call it the MSW. MSW is like the MBA or a law degree that we call it JD. It's a terminal degree in social work. So MSW, you can, by earning your master's in social work, you can go into a lot of positions of doing direct practice like counseling or working in the community and community agencies, in the hospitals, nursing homes as leaders, as supervisors, and supporting a lot of program initiatives. You can work for the government with an MSW. It's well recognized. It takes you also to the next level of being able to get a state license called LCSW or LMSW. It's the Licensed Clinical Social Work license that's recognized by the state. And that allows you to be a direct clinician, direct service clinician in providing family therapy to other kinds of trauma-informed care for the community. So Masters of Social Work is the main degree that we offer. It's offered in the form of online, fully online, and also in the Gwinnett campus, we have a 3-year extended program. It's usually a 2-year program at the Athens campus, but at the Gwinnett campus, we offer it as a three-year extended program, but also do it in a hybrid fashion. So you have some online, some in person, very convenient for working professionals to come and earn your degree. The classes are offered in the evenings and weekends here at the Gwinnett campus, so it's very convenient for those who are very close by and living in this community. The Masters of Nonprofit Management and Leadership is also a 2-year program. It trains the next leaders of nonprofit programs. You can be developing your own nonprofits, or you can be executives in nonprofit by being able to learn about the board development, budget management, fundraising, philanthropy. All those areas are things that you learn in the nonprofit program. Some of those courses overlap with the social work because nonprofit it's more organizational management and leadership type program. So it's a much shorter. MSW is a 60-degree program. Nonprofit program is a 30-degree program. So you can do it in a shorter amount of time for nonprofit. Online program is also a 3-year extended program. While working and pacing yourself with your schedule, you'll have a lot of flexibilities. So those are some of the offerings. We also do the Bachelor of Social Work work program. We call it the BSW. So if you're currently doing studies in other programs like in community colleges, you can transfer to the University of Georgia to finish your degree and major in social work to get the BSW degree at the University of Georgia School of Social Work. So that is the undergraduate. But if you get the undergraduate degree, your master level course becomes 1 year because there's an overlap in the courses that you take at the bachelor's level. So you can condense that by being a BSW, you can do a 1 year extension in the master's degree to get your MSW. There's a convenience of that. MSW also has opportunities to connect with other degrees. You can get the MSW and JD. With the law school, we have an agreement. You can have MSW with public health, MPH. So we have a dual degree arrangements with some of the colleges at the University of Georgia. So if you are very human-centered, someone you really care about human rights and the families and the children, those are really great opportunities to get a degree in social work and branch out into areas like public health or law, that to become a lawyer with a social work background. Those will give you a lot of opportunities for advancement and doing significant work in the community.
Wow, that's very deep insights right there, Dean. How do you plan to engage the AAPI community in Metro Atlanta and Georgia?
Yes, and thanks for that question. And I often wondered what my role would be coming to the state of Georgia in this pivotal time of growth in the Gwinnett County. AAPI is the fastest growing population in Georgia, and from immigration, but also relocation from other states and other families. There are a lot of companies that are locating to Georgia right now, bringing expats and others that are coming here with a lot of opportunities, dreams, and vision. At the same time, in human life, there are always challenges that come with our opportunities and hopes. So how do we connect those opportunities while not being hiding those challenges, not being ashamed of those challenges, and saying that these are some vulnerabilities we might have. The challenges are not to be ashamed of, that we should be able to do something preventively and proactively to limit those challenges or keep those challenges from limiting our hopes and dreams. So that's where social work will be very instrumental. We need leaders like you to be able to come and learn and be part of the social work community so that we can put aside some of those things in the AAPI community. Often the challenges are not talked about. We always talk about the good things, how we are successful, and we are, and we have come long ways because of those strong cultural backgrounds from all the AAPI diverse cultures that we bring together. There's commonality that we work very hard. We are very ethical, and we are very much we come together in these values of hard work and ethics. And so, but often those challenges we hide. We don't come out and say that these are the things that we need help with. So in the helping profession, we normalize that. We say everybody needs help. Everybody is open to support with the resources that we have. And these are public resources. Sometimes there are privately funded resources. So I think those are things that I like to do educationally to normalize the thought of helping one another. This is a mutual support, mutual care that really helps the community come together, be stronger together, and then thrive together. Because of the economic opportunities are there, these social opportunities, sometimes called challenges, we need to strengthen the fabric of support so that the economics is not hampered or challenged later on down the line when we're all successful economically. So often, in our Asian history, if you go back, fast economic development was great because the we had the economic boom in Asia, and we worked hard, and a lot of sacrifices were done. But a lot of things, the families and other young children had to suffer later on with challenges that were there because they were not addressed. So learning from that experience, we bring all those hard work mentality here to the United States, but let's not wait till the next generation to have an outcry about things that they need later. We can do it preventively now to help them with the supports, so that next generation and the children of the children can have a great life, not have to take the burden of the cost that had been kind of left behind for them to handle. So I think that's where social work is very important. I like to be in the community by having these conversations, learn from each other, and then just be open about these things that are not to be ashamed of, but to say, these are things that we're going to be working hard together to support each other so that our next generation can thrive in the state of Georgia. So I love to be connected to all of your community initiatives and other resources that we can bring to our community through fundraising and grant writing, and bringing some of the organizations together to work to be able to stand up for the rights of our children and families. So thank you for that question.
Well, speaking of community engagement, you seems to have a head start with that. And recently, the UGA School of Social Work hosted a forum on mental health and well-being for the Korean American diaspora in Metro Atlanta. And do you have plan to expand such engagement to other ethnic AAPI communities in Georgia?
That would be a great dream. With that spark of an event, and Mr. Wong, for also thank you for supporting that event. And we were very fortunate to bring together a large group who showed up on a Saturday to host that event. And it was only the beginning of a conversation. It was one particular group within the AAPI community who just happened to have had a very unfortunate incident of a young student who committed suicide, and that brought the community together in mourning the death and the passing of the loss of the child. At the same time, we were finally able to open up about the realities of how we are a very proud community, yet a lot of these things are hidden under the blanket, and keeping it behind the scenes, while there might be some outburst of anger or frustration by the child or the youth. Sometimes we just say, well, it's going to get better. Just suck it up. Just keep moving forward. We did this better. We had to deal with this when we were young, and there's no issue with you that you can just fight through it. Often that it has been okay in the past, but these days our youth have so many challenges in terms of dealing with peer pressure and managing their brand image on social media, and fighting through the temptations of many kinds in this world. So when we see those kinds of things in one particular community in AAPI, that is not a single-handed one person's story. It spreads. It's prevalent and more widely in the AAPI community, and that hopefully we can continue these conversations in distinct contexts of each culture, but also what is common among our youth, with the pressures that they face, with parents' high expectations, and needing to do well in school, but also being this model immigrant, this image, model minority image that we have, that they are trying to live up to the expectations. Those are high pressure for the young people. So I think it'll be important for us to come together and not being aware of these issues as not just one-off incident, but it's pretty deep and prevalent in our communities, and come together to raise awareness, educate, and have plans for us intervening together in a normalized way not a crisis prevention way or a crisis intervention way, but to be preventive about educating and helping our youth through support so that they can be who they are and be good at what they are already good at, and thrive as their as unique individuals that they are so deserving to be. And that's kind of what I hope to do, to reach out to all different communities within AAPI community, to all of us come together. We also have an initiative using a clinic education model that's coming out of our internship and practicum education department. And what we're hoping to do is to have a presence in the Gwinnett County from UGA School of Social Work to be able to offer some high quality services at a very low cost or free of charge, to be able to have a quick stop if there were to be any need for services, and referrals could happen in collaboration with other community agencies. So that's one of the things that we're imagining at this point.
Well, that's a lot that you are getting involved with, Dean. Well, we also noticed that the School of Social Work has a global engagement aspect to it. What is involved with the program?
Yes, we have, one of the things that's key to our education is that we are, and as I read in the mission statement, it was a cultural competency. So sometimes we have a lot of diversity within our community here in Gwinnett, but also globally, we bring a lot of international students to study in our program, and outreach to different locations to take our students to those places. So we've gone to Ghana for many years and Northern Ireland to experience the conflicts that many of the communities there had to endure. One of the newly programs that we're sort of looking at is in the continent of Asia right now. So we're looking at possibilities. We have had 2 Asian faculty members who joined last year. So that will be not just by myself, but we have 2 other folks who will be very much invested in and will be excited to be thinking about a model of educating our social work students in those global contexts. What those programs do is to have a different context of learning. Social work is different in different countries. There are different priorities, and there are different approaches, and different policy contexts, the funding context, and how people have expectations culturally of different type of helping that they're able to open up to. So we try to learn about those different models when we go there, listen to local experts, and just immerse ourselves in those cultures. And part of it is also cultural immersion, like listening to their music and taking their public transportations and talking to the local community and staying with some of the family members to listen to what their lives are like, and taking some tours of different places where different significant historical events took place, to bring all those contexts together to learn about social welfare and social work in those countries. So those are some opportunities for students to take part in.
Well, I won't keep you too long, Dean, and here is our final question for you. If there's any young AAPI interested to volunteer or be involved with the School of Social Work program, how can they be in touch with you?
Yes, I mean, there are many ways that you can be in touch with us, the School of Social Work, particularly in the Gwinnett area. The Gwinnett campus is right in your neighborhood, so you can stop in here and ask where the social work coordinator person is, and you can just walk right in. On our website, you can go to our UGA School of Social Work website, and there is the option to reach out to the Athens campus, Gwinnett campus, and there are email addresses and phone numbers there that you can contact contact. So, and my personal email you can find on the website as well. You're always welcome to reach out to me directly, and I'll be able to find the right person who can talk to you about the opportunities that you're desiring, especially to volunteer, to connect, be able to learn about our program, to be a student, any of those. Or if you're an agency partner, or if you're a funder, if you're a government official, anyone who wants to learn more about ways that we can partner to serve our community, I would be open to any of those communications. So fully welcome your outreach and connection with me. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Dean, for taking the time to speak with us, and we look forward to engaging with the UGA School of Social Work and help to reach out and engage the AAPI community. Thank you again.
Thank you so much.